Well, good morning. I am very happy to be here to chair the first panel on climate change and impact assessment. First, I want to share something with you that relates to Rob Verheem's remarks from the last panel about the need for case studies and the importance of case studies. And within the financial sector, within the Equator Principles community, we have several working groups, and one of them is on climate change. And when this symposia, both in Denmark and here, came up, I, of course, sent around the information to the working group. And in particular, I sent around the links to the case studies, the EIAs and SEAs. And I got back a number of emails from financial institutions who thanked me because they were using those cases to integrate into their own terms of reference more climate considerations. So I think there's a real need to collaborate between sectors. I think case studies will certainly help that, and I think the financial sector in particular has a real role to play in impact assessment. If we get across anything in this panel, I think the first and the key message that we want to put forward is that there is a need for more collaboration and cooperation between climate change professionals, including the government, financial institutions, both public and private, with actuaries, which was mentioned, and certainly within academia. And on that note, I think we have 3 of those categories covered. I'd like to introduce our panelists. First, we have Professor Michael Gerard from Columbia Law School. Professor Gerard teaches courses on environmental and energy law and directs the Center for Climate Change Law. He also holds a joint appointment as a member of the faculty of Columbia's Earth Institute. Michael will start us off with a summary of the current state of the law on impact assessment and climate change in the United States, in other countries, and under global agreements. Second, we have Peter Kroll from the Canadian International Development Agency. Within CIDA, Peter is manager of the Environmental Integration Unit, and Peter will tell us about the work of the OECD Development Assistance Committee on strategic environmental assessment and climate change. Then finally, I will wrap up the panel and give you a private sector perspective and let you know a little bit about what's happening in climate change impact assessment within the Equator Principles Association, but more broadly within the financial sector. And we'll take questions after that. So, Michael.